Okay, so can you provide a quality education for a third grader for free? Welcome back to Making Everyday Magic. My name is Shauna, and if you are new here, we are a homeschooling family of 4. We are in our 7th year of homeschooling, 6th grader, 2nd grader. So today, I had this wild and crazy idea. Prices are up, inflation is bananas. Is it possible? Could I, with the experience that I have right now, looking at all the things, plan a 3rd grade year using entirely free resources? Let's find out. Guys, before we go any further, please scroll down, hit the big red subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. As always, you can find me right on down in the comments or over on Instagram at Making Everyday Magic. So here is my plan. You are seeing this the first of the week. This same week, I'm going to release this exact same thing for 3rd grade, 6th grade, and 9th grade. Now, why am I doing this? I am doing this, 1, to find out if I can. I keep seeing things every time I look at this or that. It's like, oh, that's great, but it's not enough. Is it enough? I don't know. I am going to sit down and plan 3rd grade as if I am planning 3rd grade for myself and try to do it with entirely free resources. That's my plan. So I am pre-filming all of these intros and all of these conclusions, and then I will sit down and fill in the pieces in the middle. Let me tell you what pieces I've given this a little thought, so I hope I haven't missed anything, because now I'm like, I don't think I have though. I don't think I have. Like the main things, okay? So all of these are going to assume you've got internet access and like a home and like pencils, okay? So that kind of stuff, I'm just gonna take for granted you've got, all right? So let's see what we can build for 3rd grade that, again, I'm doing this with like, would I use it? Would I use it? Let's find out. My intent for 3rd grade is to include, 1 second, I have to look at my list. Reading, spelling, grammar, handwriting, math, history, geography, thinking, and science. If you need free PEs, send them outside or take them to the park, okay? That's the thing there. Now, why am I choosing 3rd? Because I wanted to do an elementary, a middle, and a high school. And I felt like 3rd grade was good middle, like upper middle elementary, because anything lower than that I feel like is a little easier. And then anything higher than that, I feel like we're getting into middle school. So I was trying to space it out. And that was where I felt like was a good landing spot. Plus, I have a child who will be in 3rd grade next year. So like, would I use it? I don't know. Let's go find out. So my plan is to find free resources. In my search, I did actually find a list someone else made from 2022 of secular free homeschool resources. So instead of reinventing the wheel, I'm going to start with that list and scope out the things that are on that list and go from there. I will have that list linked down below because that saint, angel, wonderful person already did the work. So thank you to you, whoever you are out there. I will have that link down below, which means what? Regardless of what I'm choosing, there's other options on that list. Check it out. Invaluable information. All right, guys, let's pop over to the computer. We'll see what we can do.
Good morning, guys. Okay, so I am filming in the pre-dawn, crack-a-dawn hours before my children rise from their slumbers. So I just wanted to take a minute and I'm going to walk you through. I've got a tab open here. I really hope you can see it. I'll double check before I'm all done here. And I have gone through the big things that I think are important. This is going to be the 3rd grade video. I want you to remember that I am intentionally searching out secular free resources to build a 3rd grade I'd build for myself, to be quite honest with you. And these aren't necessarily things that I have used yet, but I've gone through all of the processes that I would go through short of sitting down, downloading every single thing and mapping it out to use. So these are things that I feel good about. And there are still options, and I've still provided options because I feel like short of taking the next step, I couldn't maybe make a full decision. And I do have a list of everything that I have. It's linked down below, but I've got another list. I found an amazing list that I'm going to link as well because it's such a great jumping off point. So Yeah. Okay. So here we go. I'm just gonna jump in. Trying to remember when I filmed, because I filmed the intro and the outro ahead of time, what I said in those. Okay. So you know what? Let me slide this one over since that's a supplement. All right. Let's start right here. Okay. Fish tank learning. Fish tank learning is not something that I am familiar with even a little bit, but I've heard more and more people talking about it. And so it was listed as kind of a good jump point, and it has full curriculums, and there's an option to kind of upgrade and get a little more out of it. Now, I did download the unit and look at it. It looks great. It looks great. As far as actual use, I'm not 100% sure how much practice there is, worksheets, things like that. So, for third grade math, I have included Fish Tank. I do like that they have, sorry, I'm drinking coffee. I do like that they have assessments, but short of fully committing and giving them all of my life information, which I would absolutely do if I wanted to sign up for it or whatever. As you can see, they've got a lot of options. So Fish Tank Learning, I think, is a really good place to start. And then they also, so they do math and language arts. Okay, so math and language arts. Fish Tank Learning, I think, is a very solid go. And I think as far as it goes, I think you just have to decide, especially with language arts, which we'll see here with core knowledge. So for math and language arts, I really think it is either Fish Tank Learning or core knowledge. And core knowledge, the benefit that they have is that you can download the workbooks. So I know that you can get access to the full practice and everything like that. And that's a little easier to see on the front end. And then I think you just have to decide, what books do I want to cover, what format. So I would look heavily at either one of these, and I think both would be just a stellar option. Core knowledge has more. They've got this amazing history geography unit, as well as they've got science. I think they're my science choice up here. Again, I've got everything linked down below. And I mean, these are good full curriculums. Great. Okay, let's move on to other things. So, looking into kind of building out, I found this great site that has spelling lists. So, if you're doing like a spelling, of course, there's ads because they're free. So, come on. But you can build out full and complete spelling lists for free, which is great. Okay, so we've got Fish Tank Learning for math and language arts, both great options. Core knowledge, math, language arts, geography, definitely. And then I've got them circling back for science here in a second. We've got spelling covered here. Again, just a free program, which is great. And I did throw in Khan Academy for third grade math just as a supplement, like additional viewing or practice. The units for third grade in Khan Academy, they don't line up exactly with either Fish Tank Learning or with core knowledge as far as order that you do them. However, all three of them cover the same thing. So if you're willing to kind of figure out which unit goes with which, you can get a ton of math practice totally free. And I mean, I'm talking good quality stuff here. I found this site for cursive handwriting. So we've got handwriting covered, and you can print the worksheets here. So super cool. You can just pull it up and print it. It tells you, gives you the print instructions right up top here. And so that way you've got handwriting covered. And here is core knowledge science. Again, I like that the core knowledge has the kind of the full textbook workbooks available for download. I think that's very nice. It tells you what standards it aligns to, which is the next generation science standards, which is great because that's also later. We'll get into that because when Khan Academy doing that. So much more for third grade is download and print. It's not as online as my later grade levels, but for third grade, I think this is great. I also found on this educationworld.com, was Googling critical thinking. And for critical thinking, because I think it's really important, criticalthinking.com has donated worksheets. And so you can come in and these are, you've got plenty to flesh out a year here, all of these topics, different. And again, always ads, guys, because come on, it's free. So you've got these free printables and it gives you directions and what to do, and you can print them and work through your critical thinking. So these are all available for free because I think critical thinking is such an important thing to cover that public school doesn't cover. As far as my typing for third grade, Typetastic, I just love Typetastic. They can do all kinds of fun games and build it out, and I mean you can do it for later as well. Uh, but I use a different program for my other levels, but just fun and play. Now, other things that I think are important in third grade is here's Scratch Junior. So kids are learning how to code. I think some sort of science is really important. Some sort of health is important. And so I chose for the younger grades this USDA food and nutrition, just a little nutrition study, just something that kind of does cover health and well-being. I did tell you guys I'm not doing PE, but there are options out there. I didn't realize. And okay, moving right along, found this great resource through Georgia Public Broadcasting. It's salsa and it's early foreign language. So it's videos and then a little bit of stuff to go along with those, but it's preschool aged and they're so cute. So that is for foreign language, which I chose Spanish, and then I did choose an art, which is this classics for kids. And it basically just goes through and it's a whole, you got worksheets and you can go through and play games and learn about composers. So this is music based, different cultural music, which I think is really fun. There's some quizzes and a podcast. So that covers that kind of fine art for third grade. So I hope that this kind of comes together on the back end and makes sense, but I've covered, we've got math and language arts, and I've covered several options for those. We have spelling, more math supplement, handwriting. We do have history and geography, science, critical thinking, typing, coding, so like a computer science, a health and nutrition, foreign language, and a art, a fine art. So I think that we've built a really great third grade, and let me know what you think. Is it possible? Absolutely it is. Am I asking you to use this plan? No. Am I linking all these resources down below? Yes, but I want you to know that it is possible to build. I mean, you're not going to lack anything. Your kid's going to have an amazing education. Is it going to be easy to put all of these downloaded books together? No. But is it free? Yeah, it is. We're talking free, people, free. And the core knowledge comes with the teacher's guides, which I think is really awesome. I don't know what the cost is for Fish Tank Plus. I guess I could look at that really fast. Let's just peep it. I don't know what this gets for you. Here you go. It tells you what it fleshes out for you. But I think that is geared more toward thing. Oh, here we go. Okay. Let's toggle that over. Okay, $95 per course per annual. So it's not bad. I mean, if you're using that as your main thing, it's not a bad cost. Okay, so that is the third grade that I would build for free. I did hunker down and really look at these things and think about what would I use. I've got a kid going into third grade next year. What would I be happy using? What would I feel like was good using? What did I think was really good quality? The moral of this story is if you search for it, you will find it. And again, the original Reddit post that just had so much information coming off the front end, I'm going to link down below because it's just a absolute wealth of information. So I hope it's helpful. Please don't come at me if you don't think anything's good enough or you think something else is better. Just share it. Just add it to the list. Let us know what's out there because I'm not going to pretend like I know everything and I'm not going to pretend like I've used all this stuff. But if I was planning and starting, this would be my next step. This is where I'd be.
Okay, well, guys, how do you think we did? What is your feedback? What do you think? What would you change? I don't know. What have I not heard about that I need to know about? Now, I will tell you, this was entirely zero cost. Again, assuming you have the basics. If I had $100, if I had a low budget instead of no budget, if I had $100 for third grade, I would invest it in workbooks. I like thinking workbooks or handwriting workbooks or something that would be fun. I'd probably invest it in a little bit of print material. So workbooks, grammar workbooks, something like that could make it a little easier. I would also invest in learning apps, something that makes it fun. So like an Adventure Academy or Tappity or something, Night Zookeeper, that would reinforce some of those skills if I had $100. If I had $100, I would probably look for something that is interest-based. Okay, so if I only had $100, I would look for workbooks or learning apps or look for something that is interest-based, that is learning that they are going to love. So like if they love superheroes, superhero workbooks. If they absolutely love art, I would invest in that. I would invest in whatever it is that they love if I only had $100, okay? So I really hope that this was helpful. I hope that you learned something because I'm certain that I did. Guys, that's it. As always, scroll down, hit the big red subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications, give this video a thumbs up, and find me down in the comments or over on Instagram. I hope that this was helpful. As always, bye guys.